Hey guys, this is actually really spontaneous and I was actually just getting ready for a different video and then I was like, why not film like Get Ready With Me? I recently watched Weathering With You in theaters and I decided I should like talk about it more in depth because I did kind of talk about it on my anime account. If you guys are not following me, you should definitely follow me on there because I give like a lot of recommendations and my thoughts spoiler free on there. But then I was like, I want to talk about like my opinion and like what I thought throughout the whole movie after watching it once, because I only watched it once with spoilers, because this is basically for the people who already watched it or don't really care about spoilers. But like I really recommend watching it before hearing what I have to say about it because I just really think you should go see it for yourself. Think about your own opinion before seeing mine. And then yeah, so basically I watched Weathering With You during the fan screening day. So that was on January 15th and it came out in North America. Apparently in like the US they had like free posters, but then in Canada they didn't. Why must we suffer? I'm not a reviewer person, but like this is just a perspective coming from a regular person, I guess you could say. I did watch Kimi no Na wa and like the other Shinkai films like Garden of Words and 5 centimeters per second, and then Flavors of Youth. That one isn't by Shinkai but it's by the same company or whatever. I think there are more but I don't really remember. But I think it's just really important to go into the movie not having the mindset of like comparing it to Your Name, because I honestly think you should see Weathering With You as its own film and not say, oh, it's better or worse than Your Name, I don't like it, or I like it more. Like just like say I like it or I don't like it, you know? Like I just think it's really important to see it as its own thing, and then that's how you'll truly kind of enjoy it, because it has nothing to do with Your Name. But there is that little reference that they have. If you watch the interview with Shinkai, he doing that little fan service for us in there and he called us otakus if we understood what the reference was basically. But Mitsuha and Taki from Your Name made a little cameo, and this was apparently, if we're gonna talk about the timeline, how they kind of just like appeared into Weathering With You, apparently it was before they met again, which I was like, bro. I really liked the overall concept because it was really different from, you know, like regular anime, especially with people or characters their age, because usually characters that are like 15, 16 years old are like in school and they usually just link it in with school type anime. But like this was so different because it was like they're thriving on their own. I'm really bad at remembering the characters' names, so I'm probably gonna just say main guy and main girl, but I know the girl's name is Hinata or Hina because like that's such a common name. I just thought it was so different. The main guy, he runs away from home, goes to Tokyo, and then he's trying to make ends meet by himself, and then he eventually meets that guy on the boat. He meets up with him to get a job, and then they kind of have like a little family going on, and I just thought that was really cute, even though he was just basically taking care of him, barely paying him really, but like just giving him housing and just getting him to do the chores around the house and whatever. For some reason I like the side characters a lot more than the main characters. I don't know why, I was more attracted to them. I just thought their situations and their personalities were really funny. I really loved Hina's brother when he was taken by the child services or whatever. He called up his 2 girlfriends. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Okay, I don't know, my thoughts are so jumbled up right now. So like I heard a lot of people's opinions about the main guy and how he thought he was really annoying because he kind of was crazy a bit. Like he basically sacrificed all of Japan, all of like the people, like their jobs and everything, their homes, for one girl at the end because he was like, I need to be with Hina, la la. People called him selfish for doing that because he obviously knew what the outcome was. If she gave up being the sunshine girl, she would have to return to Earth, and then there would just basically would be no sun anymore. It would be continuous rain, which led Japan to be flooded and kind of like destroyed. Everyone lost their jobs jobs, homes, and whatever, and people were like, he's so selfish. But then I think I understand why that happened, because like people didn't like that outcome, and I didn't either, because I thought that was so weird. I was like, why would you end like this whole film with a natural disaster basically and just like leave it like that? Ugh, I want to turn on the light, it's so dark. Basically, after the interview with Shinkai, and basically Shinkai said that the film was based around climate change, and climate change, I was like, whoa, really? I mean, I see it, but like I get it, you know? And like I just thought that was really interesting to base a romance film around climate change. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm using this brush because I'm too lazy to buy a freaking contour brush because it's too expensive, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just use this. Because Weathering With You was based off of climate change. It was like, it's like, oh, wouldn't they like, you know, find a solution at the end, fix the natural disaster, save Japan and the world from flooding and everything, right? You would think that, but the thing is, it makes sense that it ended up being flooded, because this whole movie is basically a whole metaphor, and I just realized it when I was like in bed yesterday. So basically, people were complaining that the main guy was being really selfish, but it makes sense that he did that because the main guy represents humanity, all of the people in the world, because we are all so selfish. We choose an easy route to do things, and like obviously that's gonna have consequences, right? So the consequences is like pollution or whatever. Like for example, we decide to drive really short distances because we're lazy, you know? But like at the end of the day, all of that like pollution from your car adds up, and then it's like we're being selfish because we don't think about that. We don't think about the long-term consequences of our decisions, and we're just like a literal 16-year-old boy who doesn't know anything. Yeah, so basically we're the selfish people. We cause pollution to make our lives easier, and then the outcome is a flooded Japan. Is like pollution, climate change, and etc. And the reason why they didn't really have like a solution at the end, because I was like, why did they just leave Japan flooded like that? Like that doesn't make sense. Like, shouldn't they find a solution? Wouldn't that be a more happier ending? Even though the ending did seem to be happy in the movie. But then the reason is because of our decisions to make our life easier, pollution, whatever. We have to live with these decisions at the end of the day, you know? Climate change is gonna be irreversible in the next 10 years. And like the destruction that we've already made can't turn back. Like we can't take that back anymore. We can only prevent more from happening at this point, basically. And that is what this film is trying to teach us. It's not about how this boy is like crazy. It's about climate change, and I didn't see that in the beginning, and I was like, what? It really did make sense at the end. And yeah, I just thought that it was a great movie. Okay, so now I think I'm just gonna compare it to Kimi no Na wa, because I think that's what a lot of people want my opinion on, because like after I watched it, everyone was like, is it better than Kimi no Na wa? I'm like, I didn't think about that, but okay. So, is it better than Kimi no Na wa? In my opinion, no. As a film, if you're just gonna look at the plot, story, no. I think Kimi no Na wa had a more impact at the end of the day, because it made you like hella sad, like, woo, there's another disaster right there in that movie. However, I do think Weathering With You was like so much more funnier, and I thought that the side characters were more memorable in Weathering With You than in Kimi no Na wa. But like, I like them both a lot. I think Weathering With You had a deeper meaning at the end of the day. There's like parallels though in a lot of Shinkai's films. Other than Garden of the Words, I think 5 centimeters per second, and then Kimi no Na wa and Weathering With You, at the end they always are like, you know, like kind of separated for like years, and then they come back together and they're like, wow, we're back together, yay. Or like in 5 centimeters per second, it's like, it's kind of like, I don't know you. For animation, Weathering With You was better, but it's like Kimi no Na wa's animation was really good as well, so it's like, how can this be better? Soundtrack. So in the interview, Shinkai said that he wrote the script and then he sent it to the main vocalist in GRWM, and then the main vocalist in GRWM wrote 2 songs based off of the script alone. and it took him like 2 months to make the music. And then Shinkai really liked the music, and then he made the animation based off of the music, and then they put the music in after the whole film was done. And then he said that it was like a little collab with GRWM, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I actually listened to the soundtrack way before watching the movie, so I was like, I already know all these songs, oh my gosh. So it was really weird. It was really weird hearing the songs in the movie, because like whenever I hear that song I think of summer, because that's when I listened to the soundtrack during summer. And then now it's like January, and it's like, whoa, there's a whole new meaning to this music. Since I watched it on the very first day that it came out, it was like this specific day, it was like sold out, so we had to like buy our tickets online in advance, and I bought it back in December. But when we walked in, we came like an hour early, about an hour early, and dude, there was hella people already. Like there was so much people there already. You know how there's like a top section and then there's like the bottom section where like no one wants to sit because your necks are gonna break? We had to stay at the bottom section, and we ended up sitting in the second row of the bottom section. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was like, whoa. And also they chose the smallest theater to play the movie. I think it was really fun watching it with so many like-minded people, because it was like during the funny parts, like when the main guy started calling the little brother senpai, I was laughing so hard. That was so funny. He was like, senpai! It was like, that's his new name. And then when Taki came in, Taki from Your Name, all you can see is his back, and everyone already started screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, it's him! And then when Mitsuha came in as well, everyone just started screaming, and it was so funny. And then after the whole interview, everyone kind of just started clapping and everything, and I was like, great. I loved it. I really loved it. I just thought it was a great experience watching it with so many weebs. I just wished we didn't have to sit at the bottom, but it's okay. I was gonna go for like more natural eyelashes, but I lost them, so we're gonna have to go with these wispy ones for today. I'm gonna try Hina's hairstyle. I know she has like a zigzag hairline, not really hairline but part, but I'm kind of lazy. She kind of braids it a bit, I think, and then it's like, okay, I don't know how to do hair. Y'all, I don't know how to do hair. Okay, I'm gonna just do some regular pigtails because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. This is how she does it. I don't even know how she does it. Let's look. Okay, I'm like doing it wrong. Why am I struggling? I am Hina. I am Sunshine Girl. I am actually like 15. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and leave a like, subscribe. I'm joking, I don't even know. This video was really messy. It's kind of just like get ready chit chat with me. I was just talking about weathering with you in a really messy way without like any like proper, I was just talking as if I was talking with my friend or something, but my friend wasn't talking back to me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want me to do more of these type of videos, like get ready with me, talk about anime, my opinion, some insight that I've gathered. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Also, follow me on my anime Instagram account at Anjime List, and I always update new findings, like new anime that I find, new anime that I'm watching, anime that I already watched, and my little opinion about it without spoilers or anything. But yeah, make sure to follow me over there if you're into anime, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Oh, tell me that talk can never win the lie. Oh, tell me that rock can never win the ride. Baby, tell me that we gon' someday stop the fight. And tell me that everything gon' be alright.